Welcome back to the channel, all my Philadelphia Eagles fans. My name's Jay, host of the Jay All Day Sports Show. Oh boy, there's been a lot of Eagles news this week, so that's why I'm doing a midweek mock draft after Bradbury and Slay both got released, and Saquon Barkley signs a big-time extension, making him the highest paid running back in NFL history. A bunch of crazy news. Free agency opens up a week from today. Wow. Wow, oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. All right, Eagles fans, here we are picking in the first round. Do me a huge favor, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, guys. This is how the board fell to us at 32. Kenneth Grant, Matthew Golden, Jalen Walker, all very formidable guys. I like TJ Sanders as well. You know, looking down this board, Landon Jackson had a great combine. So did Nick Emanwari. Incredible combine. Princely Umanmielen, he's on the board, the edge defender. A lot of talent here for us, picking at 32. But for me, guys, I know Matthew Golden has great tape. He crushed the combine. He ran faster than Isaiah Bond did. Jalen Walker's on the board as well. He's very, very impressive, guys. Could he be another Georgia outside linebacker for the Philadelphia Eagles? He very well could be. For me, it's between Kenneth Grant, the D lineman, and Jalen Walker, right? Walker was unbelievably productive, man. Incredible talent, right? He played a little bit everywhere. He played in the box, pretty much 50-50 on the D line, in the box. He can play middle linebacker in this scheme, off-ball linebacker for the Eagles, and he can also put his hand in the dirt. 6'2", 245, a little bit slender of a frame. Or do you just go meat and potatoes, D lineman, replace Milton Williams with Kenneth Grant? You know, this dude played in the A gap. He played in the B gap. He played all over the D line, right? Very, very, very impressive. Didn't really play over tackle too much. He's on the inside of the D line, right? So he would probably take over Milton Williams' role in this defense, in my opinion. Excellent at stopping the run. Solid pass rusher. Very, very impressive guy. You know, we need D-line help. You know, Jordan Davis, they're probably not going to pick up his fifth-year option, it doesn't look like. So he could play in the A-gap and the B-gap, right? Him and Jalen Carter can line up all over the D-line, and he showed up in the biggest game against Ohio State. The dude's a monster. I'm going Kenneth Grant. But Jalen Walker does make some sense, guys, for sure. But he's a little bit of a riskier prospect, in my opinion. But I think Kenneth Grant's a slam dunk D lineman. I like this pick for the Eagles at 32 overall. Now, picking at 64, the Eagles are on the board. Okay, Slay is gone. Bradbury's gone. So maybe this is where we bring in a corner. Josiah Stewart, the edge defender. He played outside tackle pretty much the whole time. He's really talented. Do we just go Michigan, back to back? 6'1", 245, replacing Josh Sweat. Azariah Thomas makes a lot of sense too, man. Back-to-back over 75 graded years. I love his size. 6'2", 198. Donovan Jackson's on the board too, guys, man. Donovan Jackson slid over the tackle when Simmons got hurt. But Donovan Jackson is an exceptional offensive lineman because he gives you so much versatility. He can play really both tackle positions and both guard positions, man. That's a really interesting pick for me as well. The value there is just might be too good to pass up. But, man, Josiah Stewart is on the board. This is a tough one, man. Azariah Thomas, I love. He's good, but he's not great, right? But there are some cornerbacks later in the draft that I think we can snatch up. So, for me, it's between Donovan Jackson and Josiah Stewart. Take these numbers with a grain of salt because he played most of his career at left guard, right? And then probably one of the better guards in all of college football. And then he moved over to left tackle once Simmons got hurt, right? He had a few bum games here, not going to lie, against an excellent defensive line in Michigan, right? But then he really found himself later in the year playing left tackle. I like that growth. That's really, really interesting for a young player. Having to be really forced to go play a position you don't play. He's definitely a guard. for me. So bringing in a swing guard, swing tackle does make some sense for me. Oh, it's hard to pass that up. But I also love this production from the edge. Guys, I want to go offensive line, but I think we could find other offensive linemen later in the draft. There's some depth. Josiah Stewart, a player like him is not going to be available. I'm doing it. Josiah Stewart goes to the Philadelphia Eagles in the second round. Now, Eagles fans, we're picking in the third round, 96 overall. This is the guy we're bringing in, Charles Grant. I'm not even going to think twice about it. Who can be that swing tackle, swing guard. Lane Johnson's getting a little long in the tooth. Landon Dickerson and Cam Jurgens both dealt with injuries. Is Mekhi Becton going to come back? You could plug and play this guy at right guard, I'm telling you. Charles Grant is flying up people's draft boards. 6'4", 300 pounds. Put him in Statland U. Boom! Guys, this might be my favorite mock draft we've done so far this season for the Philadelphia Eagles. What a draft haul we're getting. And the next pick, it just keeps getting better, guys. Because is Zach Bond going to be back? I'm not sure. But we need another off-ball linebacker. And that guy is Jack Kaiser. Nakobe Dean is in the last year of his contract, that rookie deal. He's probably not going to be back till like November, December if everything goes well. So we need another off-ball linebacker. You know, Oren Burks is a free agent. We'll probably bring him back on a, not breaking the bank type of deal. But Jack Kaiser, back-to-back very impressive years. Missed tackle rate for a linebacker under 5% is great. He'll learn to cover in Fangio's scheme, I promise you. But excellent run defender, great against the pass. This dude is just extremely impressive, man. He played a little bit on the D-line, a little bit in the slot, a little bit, in the corner, a little bit deep. He played all over the defense for Notre Dame, but most of his snaps were in the box, right? He's played all over every single year that he's been there. This kind of versatility cannot be overlooked. Jack Kaiser goes to the Philadelphia Eagles at pick 129. Now, Eagles fans, we're up pick number 25 in the fifth round. 162 overall. We got 162, 166, 169. Let's find some gold later in this draft. Nick Nash, the wide receiver, could make some sense for us here. Very productive guy. Tesla had a very impressive combine. Ran really, really well. For a guy at this, 6'4", 217 for Arkansas, that's an impressive guy. I'm hoping both of these guys don't get picked. Let's see where we're at. We went D-line, edge, swing tackle, swing guard, linebacker. Cornerback is interesting for me at this spot, for sure. Longer beam from Rutgers is on the board, 71 overall. Let's take a look. Jackson Dart, he looked decent in a mediocre quarterback class, right? Let's check out corner. I wouldn't mind checking out safety as well. Cornerback, Jalen Smith, pretty talented guy. He's got good size too, 5'11", 190, maybe a little bit scotch too small. I'm looking at the corners. Not a lot of corner talent. There is some safety talent, though, for sure. Cypress from Florida State. Not a ton of Marshall from Florida. Not a ton of talent here at the safety spot and the cornerback spot. Not a ton. Jalen Smith is the best guy on the board. This late in the draft, I'm taking a flyer on him. Now, in the fifth round, we're at 166 overall. Tesla's still available, man. Logan Brown's on the board. Not a lot of talent left here in the fifth round that I'm clamoring at drafting. I did like Tim Smith's tape from Alabama. He was pretty impressive. Jack Nelson, the tackle, in the fifth round, pretty solid guy. Always bringing guys in the trenches isn't bad. Tight end is interesting for me as well. We got Priest Corn, 401 yards, 3 tutties. Conyers from Texas Tech, 320, 5 touchdowns. I want to see who's got the best receiving grade. 70 overall. CJ Dupree, not going to do it. Lachey, I don't love these tight ends. Outside of the early parts of the draft, I'm not drafting a tight end just to draft one. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Kobe King, another linebacker, the linebacker from Penn State, makes a lot of sense. But I want to bring a wide receiver in the room. Tesla had a great combine. He's got great size, like I said before, 70 receiving grade. 0 drops? What? 0 drops? 6'4", 217. Yeah, I'm bringing him in. I'm taking a flyer on him in the 5th round. All right, Eagles are picking one more time. I'm picking the best player on the board here. Straight up. Bringing in some depth, Kobe King. I do like Kobe King. Man, solid linebacker for sure. There is some linebacker value. Kyle Monangai from Rutgers. He balled out in 2023. They got Shipley. Gainwell's probably going to walk. Drafting a running back here, I don't hate it. 13 tutties. Kyle Monangai definitely piques my interest. Definitely piques my interest, guys. Now, what should we do, Eagles fans? What should we do? How we drafted so far? D-line, tackle, linebacker, corner, wide receiver. This is tough, man. In the 5th round, it's the hardest place to pick. Jack Nelson, for me, the value is just too good. He's an excellent player, man. Excellent player. Fred Johnson, he's a free agent as well. Let's get younger at the offensive line. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. All right, Eagles fans. B+ overall grade. A+ for Kenneth Grant. B+ for Josiah Stewart. B- for Charles Grant. Jack Kaiser. We need another off-ball linebacker. I love that pick. We need a corner, too, to bring into this room with Bradbury and Slay getting pushed to the side. Tesla, great pick in the 5th round. I love that pick. And Jack Nelson, I want more depth at the tackle position. Grant is more of a guard at the NFL level. So we got our swing guard and we got a swing tackle. I think this is a Howie Roseman draft. A lot of edge, a lot of D-line, a lot of trenches, man. A lot of trenches, baby. All right, Eagles fans, we locked up Saquon on that $41.2 million extension. Slate and Bradbury both got released. Let me know your thoughts on the Saquon extension and those cornerbacks getting released in the comments down below. And let me know, do you think we should spend an earlier pick on a cornerback, possibly in the 3rd round? Let me know. Thank you guys so much. Eagles fans, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Peace.